Yep, if you clicked on this, then that is right. I am going to do a Tim Burton style Smeargle. So all you need is newspaper for the floor. I got some wigs as well for, you know, human hair, because I can't use mine. Now Smeargle is this Pokemon here. So he is known as the painting Pokemon. So he does a lot of art around the series, and he's in like kind of funny cameos around the games. So yeah, this is Smeargle. So he is a mascot I think is very underrated. So you got your Pikachu, you got Jigglypuff, and Meowth and all that, but no one talks about Smeargle. I think it's cool. An artist Pokemon. So let's Tim Burton this up and see. The reason why I thought that this would do really well with Tim Burton, yeah, because I got this book, which is The Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy. I know it sounds like hilarious, and it is, trust me. My friend Lolly read this to me when I was walking from one end of my roads down to the other. It's like poems, but I just love, so it's like the whole illustrations of Tim Burton. Let's see what we come up with. So first let's try and do his baseline. There you go, so let's get his shape on. So roughly then, let's have a look at some more better pictures of him. Yeah, so he's got like a kind of like a downey hat, like that. Got like a sheep nose like that. He's got his funny ears. He's got his tongue sticking out. Yeah. Let's do his body a bit, like that. And then he paints. And his hands. Let's focus on his hands. So he's got 3 fingers, so that's pretty cool. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then around his arms he's got rings. And then under his eye, which is here. And then a patch here, like that. And then we try and do his legs a bit more. Just give him like Wallace and Gromit legs. And uno dos. Now we need his tail, his mighty fine. Oh, hang on. No, I'm forgetting one important thing. He's stylish. Here you go. He's got a thing around his neck like a scarf. Nostrils, and then his tail is pretty long, so he uses that as a paintbrush. So let's figure out how we're going to do that one. So let's, from his bum will be here, so line that around like that. Let's do it for his fingertips. That's quite a cool little thing, isn't it? So like that, and go up, and then that way it looks like he's painting. And how long is his tail? Pretty long. So it's like 2 whips of his body, so that's 1. And then it's 2, should be here. Now do I like that like that? I do not. So I'm going to curve the tail around like that for his other fingers. And we'll forget that. And then bring that one down like that. So let's try and make use of all this. And that is pretty much the base Smeargle then. So here's a wig so far we got. So I'm going to cut this up. And I'm literally going to base it around it, because Tim Burton uses a lot of lines in his drawings. So I thought that might be a good way to start. And I like adding textures to my paintings. Let's get some white in there. Bit of black. Okay, so now we got that. So let's start adding the hair. Okay. Yes, get that grey. Now then, let's move that away from you. Put that into the background a bit. A bit more white. Try and get that to stick. Right, now let's take a lot of this away and see what we're left with. Okay, it's all trial and error. Carry back here. Right, it's drying a bit now. You can probably see the layers adding, so I'm going to try and do a bit more and then dry that off. Right, yeah, so added a bit more, so you got a bit more texture to it now. So now we'll start building up the first layer to try and get like a bit more of a shape. So I'm just going to kind of go over this quick with a hairdryer, try to set fire to the hair. Right, I'd say that's probably the outline of that. Right, I'm going to add some white to this now. Now what we're going to do is skin. So it needs to be very, very white paint. It's white and white. Try and get a shape back. Try and do gentle strokes so the hair doesn't stick to it. Right, so I've added the white on there, so I'm going to start doing the cream in a minute. And then that's his skin and so on and so forth, so it's taking a bit more of a shape. So now I'm going to try and do this cream. We're out of white here, can't imagine why. Tiniest bit of lemon, tiny little bit of brown. Let's mix this in and see how it goes. Now we're going to do the ears, the eye line, your ear, and the rings, and maybe the bit at the bottom of his feet, depending on how we go from that angle. We'll wait for this bit to dry, and then we can start adding a bit more detail. And I'm going to add a bit more of the whiter cream, so we'll go from there. Now we're adding a bit more white to it to give him a bit more of a kind of whiter, Tim Burton-y kind of black to white scale. So I'm going to try and make his face more of a Smeargle shape and then add the shading. And as it gets down to the torso, I need to put some detail on the tail line, and I might need to give him a shin here, and then roll the body out to that leg to give him a bit more proportion, because it looks a bit off at the minute at the bottom, but I'll fix that up. If that, let's go around here and becoming that leg. That needs to become behind it here as a shin. And I'm going to add the shading in a bit. You'll be able to see a lot more clear. You need to come out a bit here. And that needs to get to that bit here. Yeah, so this is it at the moment. Now I'm going to start adding all of the dark detail on it to make it more spooky. Right, so now it's time to get in and do that dark shading now that we all know and love. So I literally mixed the black into the bits. Let's see what I can do with this. So I know it looks like I've butchered it now, but we just need to add one more layer of cream and then focus on that eye and maybe some lines in the background, and that should pretty much do it. So yeah, it's now I've put the shading on. I just need to add the cream. Right, yeah, so I've added a bit of yellow to that, so now I'm going to add a lot more white to cream it off, and a bit of water to the white so it can still get the shading. So, right, so I've added more white to it to blend in with the yellow and the brown because I'm colourblind, so it's from here it's hard for me to see the rest, so I'm just going to keep adding white, like another layer of it until eventually it masks him over. So what you're witnessing now is one of the issues I have as a colourblind artist. I don't know what's going on with these colours at the minute, so I'm just mixing them together. My partner keeps coming in and telling me there's too much yellow, or there's not enough white, or it's too much white, and for the past 9 layers, to me, it's still just been white. So that's my issue as a colourblind artist now. I don't know what you guys are reckoning at the moment, but it will get better because I'm going to keep working at it. The sun's gone, and yeah, it's going down, so I've been on this for a while now, so we will have to see how it turns out. Hopefully it will all turn out in the end, but yeah, at the end of the day, you always say it doesn't matter, it's your own art and it's your own eyes, but I personally just can't see things, but I do these things for you guys to see visually, so if it was just me, I would have just done the whole thing black and white, you know, which I probably might have to just do, but we'll see, Finally getting to that stage where I've got it. Right. take you guys seconds to get this, alright? It's been a lot of attempts. A lot of attempts. Jeepers creepers, where'd you get those eyes? So he needs the band around his legs and the green on the tail. I think we're pretty much done. Right, so yeah, just need to try and get this bit now. Sap green! So, I finished it! What do you reckon to said Tim Burton Smeargle? I enjoyed doing this one, well, in stages, but I did enjoy it. I always enjoy painting. So yeah, this is it. So I used a wig here, and yeah, painted over that one. I did like maybe 12 layers with the acrylic, that's why it looks thicker. And yeah, so happy Halloween, guys. Hopefully this adds to the enjoyment. Pokemon, Tim Burton, what would you like? Would you like anything else? Just let me know and I will paint it. So yeah. Now it's time to get into more Halloween spirit, guys. Happy Halloween. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And please drop us a comment because I want to know if you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed painting it.